Hello and welcome to another quick update about Solana. We can see that Solana is still in this descending wedge, or maybe you could argue it already broke out. We're going to take a look at that in a shorter time frame. However, at the moment, Solana is still below the 61.8% Fibonacci level, below $100. It is holding really well compared to many other cryptocurrencies. Many cryptos are already here, back at the low from end of February or from end of January, depending on which cryptocurrencies it is. Yeah, and we can see that Solana is actually holding fairly well, depending on from where I draw the fibs. We are holding above the 78.6% Fibonacci level at the moment, which is solid. Yeah, solid performance. We also had here a support box that we created together with the VPVR, and the VPVR shows here that there is a spike in historical volume. So this will be an area that is providing support. That so far has been proven to be correct, because we tested this box here on the 25th of April and will be a hard one to get through. On the other hand, on the upside, Solana has various resistance points. Yeah, it starts with a $105 level where we had resistance here, 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 yeah, here. So it is an important level, yeah, also historically important, and it is currently also below the $100 level, which is the 61.8% Fibonacci level. Looking at the indicators, we might get a bit of a bullish crossover here, still a few days away if it's going to happen. It has been reducing negative momentum constantly now for the last few days and weeks, and we could here, especially also as the stochastic RSI is coming up, there's at least a chance it now starts to push higher. The RSI is though still following the price action, so there is no divergence we can identify here on the daily chart, and we still have the short signal, so we don't really have that much of a signal, yeah, to yet. It's a bit too early, but we see something coming up potentially. And what we can see here is that the price did indeed break out of that wedge pattern. Let me just zoom out a little bit. And like that. And did we draw it correctly? I think so. We've got 3 touch points here. And it's looking like that we did break out. There are probably a few different ways of drawing it. We could have even drawn it like that, and that would have indicated we have already broken out. But depends on how I draw it really, and that is the problem. You know, I could just use here the candlestick bodies. If I do that, it has broken out. If I use the wicks, then it has not broken out yet. And again down here as well, but it's not that relevant for now, because we do break out to the upside here. If I do use the wicks, it is just struggling with it. It might just be retesting just as we speak. So it's not too clear, and I'll leave it like that. I use the wicks, and the reason for that is because we haven't really seen additional volume. What you want to see is when you break out, you want to see additional volume, and you want to see a bullish sign. We haven't seen that yet. You could even argue that within this wedge, sort of what the price has started to do is to form a triangle pattern, which rather would be trend continuation. And then you get confused. You think about, right, we've got here one trend continuation pattern, which would be bearish because we are in a downtrend here. You can see that we have been coming down, and then you make a triangle that would be trend continuation, would push rather down. On the other hand, we've got that bullish pattern here. The descending wedge is rather bullish. Which one is going to win? That doesn't matter. Because in the end, every pattern is just speculation, right? You don't know if it's going to break out to the upside or not. There is a guide, of course. You know, if you have a descending wedge, it is more likely to move to the upside. Of course, nobody knows until the breakout is happening, and therefore also if you have a mix of different patterns, bullish and bearish together, it doesn't matter, because you always need to wait for the breakout anyway to make a trading decision. Everything else is just speculation and gamble. Yeah, so if I tell you here that I do expect it to break to the upside, it is just my guess, and nobody should take a trading decision on that, because if you have a trade setup, there is no good trade setup in my opinion that would tell you to buy when you're still in a pattern. You normally wait until you break out, and then you come to your conclusion, and if it does not align with your trade setup and you don't do the trade, that is as easy as it is. here with a triangle. I think that is even more relevant at the moment, because it seems to be that with that potential breakout out of the wedge, we have shifted into a triangle, and that is now the next pattern, and we just need a bit more patience to see in which direction the market is going to move. Yeah, so at the moment, volume is down, volatility is down, and this is typical because we are moving here into the apex of a triangle. But a breakout could happen at any point. Target for the breakout, always a bit of speculation. If you just take here the height of the triangle, potential breakout point, let's say it happens tomorrow, to the upside would take us to around 108 US dollars, and to the downside it would actually take us to the lower support level of that target box here. Yeah, so that should still hold here when we break out to the downside out of the triangle, and this is really what is worth watching, this pattern here. Now again, I can't tell you if it's going to break out to the upside or not. My view is, even if it goes up, it will only be a temporary correction of the downtrend, and it is not anything that will take us to new all-time highs. That is currently my view. Of course, if anything changes, I will keep you updated, I will let you know. But for now, because we have come down in this move down too far to still be super bullish, there is a slight chance, I said, but I would only give it a 20 to 25% probability that we actually do go up from here to new all-time highs, or have a more substantial move up. I can't see it at the moment. It would be good for many altcoins if we do it, because chances are very, very low that only Solana would go up. But there is upside potential, certainly in the short term, and that is also why I do expect Bitcoin now to move up to at least 42k, maybe to 46k in a short-term corrective move that is correcting the downtrend before we then continue down, and that would of course help altcoins to move up higher as well. Do we get to the same level of that previous wave 4 here again? We will need to see, maybe not. That is at $144. We would expect here some serious resistance anyway before that, around $105. Then we've got $111, and then we've got $122. So all of these are important resistance levels. To the downside, of course, we've got that $192 level and the 88, and this is that box. If we drop below the box, then you can say hello to 75 US dollars. And that is currently my view about Solana here. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership, where you can get access to the Telegram live chat groups, the Discord server, and a weekly live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.